This is a review of uh, a comedy DVD. Get ready for a bumper helping of bonkers bean-tastic mayhem as Mr. Bean goes back to school. Whether he's totally clueless in his exams, trashing books in the library, or blowing up the science lab, he's always in a class of his own. Starring Rowan Atkinson, written by Rowan Atkinson, Richard Curtis, Robin Driscoll and Ben Elton. Music by Howard Goodall. Director John Howard Davis, John Birkin, Paul Weiland. Producer Sue Virtue. Executive producer Peter Bennett Jones. And it consists of one full episode of Mr. Bean and 2 sketches. It's Back to School, the complete episode, and 2 sketches, the exam and the library. And it's a use certificate. It says no material likely to offend or harm. Mr. Bean is a sort of dim-witted idiot in the same vein as Frank Spencer or someone of that nature. He's perhaps not as accident prone as Frank Spencer, not quite, I don't think. That's the front cover of it, Back to School, Mr. Bean. Back to School. The episode. It's the episode where he goes to an adult education, an open day, an adult education for whether a school where they're having adult education, and all his adventures that he has, and there's he has some quite amusing mishaps when he goes to this school. What happens is he goes in this chemistry lab and starts doing a bit of it and starts experimenting with this chemistry equipment, and this little boy comes in, and all this chemistry equipment suddenly explodes in this boy's face, and Mr. Bean that leaves and goes in this art class, and it's suddenly they start they start drawing these fruit. There's this French woman who is the art teacher, and they start drawing this fruit. And he's suddenly astounded to realise that there's actually a naked woman, and they're drawing this naked woman, and he's too prudish to look at her, and this boy who the chemistry equipment has blown up in front of comes in with his mother, and he's all completely all his clothes is all completely turned blue by this explosion in his chemistry lab, and he comes in with his mother looking for this Mr. Bean, and his mother says to him, "Is he in here?" Well, the mother suddenly sees this naked woman that these people are drawing, and she takes the boy out. She says out. She doesn't want him to see it. This naked woman. No, Mr. Bean comes back, and he's gone to get something to put over this woman's breasts. This some pot, he's got a couple of pots to put over to put over on this woman's bust so that he can't see her breast because he's too prude. He's supposed to be too prudish to look at it. And he goes to this martial arts class, and he at the end that's quite a funny part of the episode. And he after the martial arts class is finished, he's suddenly realised that he's got the wrong trousers on. He's got the wrong trousers on, and somebody else has got his trousers on. So he's going through the corridors of this school, looking at men's trousers to see which one he's wearing his trousers. And he goes in the toilets, and he's still looking at men's trousers in there, and he looks under the door of this toilet, and he sees this bloke wearing. For any Americans watching this, a bloke is what we call a man in Britain. A bloke is what we call a guy in Britain. he sees him wearing his trousers. So he's got to sort of distract this bloke so he can pull his trousers. He's got to pull his trousers off from underneath the toilet door, and take the trousers that he's got on and return the correct trousers to him. It's quite amusing, really. And there's a couple of sketches. There's one called The Exam, and Mr. Bean doesn't usually speak very much, but he in this sketch he does a bit more speaking than what he usually does. He doesn't usually speak very much in any of his episodes, but he actually speaks a bit more because they're trying to portray him as being dumb. You see, that's why they don't. That's why he doesn't. They don't have him speaking in many of his. But in this sketch, he does speak a bit. He's going in to do this exam, and I can't remember whether he's supposed to have concentrated on trigonometry or calculus, but. What happens? He's talking to the guy sitting next to him, and the bloke sitting next to him has concentrated on a different thing. On it's either trigonometry or calculus. My memory's that bad. I can't even. But the bloke sitting next to him has concentrated has revised a different thing than him. Either trigonometry or calculus. I'm not sure which. Anyway, he gets given this envelope, and he pulls his paper out of it, and he finds that this piece of paper it's something different from what he's been revising. This green paper, it's either trigonometry or calculus, which is different from what he's been revising, and he doesn't realise that there's another white sheet in the envelope, and that's the actual thing that he's been revising. And he tries to do this exam, and it's all the wrong questions that he hasn't been revising. and he's trying to cheat by getting the answers off the guy next to him, and he doesn't realise until it's too late that he's got the wrong paper out of the envelope. And when he does realise he's got the wrong paper out of the envelope, he's trying to do the correct questions, but it's too late. The exam's supposed to be finished. And the library, that's another hilarious sketch where he goes into the library and starts defacing this book. Anyway, there's probably no point in you watching this. I've probably done a few spoilers. I've probably told. I've probably done. I've probably. There's probably no point in anyone watching it because but you all know the story to it off by heart. There's no point in you watching it, really. But I've not told you everything. I mean, it still might be worth you watching it just to see what laughs you can get out of it. Anyway, I'll be back soon with more reviews and discussions on various topics.